Amanda stared at her phone screen, the blue light making her eyes droopy and unfocused. It was 1 a.m., and she had just woken up from a dead sleep, compelled by an unknown force to start scrolling through Instagram. She began looking at pictures of girls she went to middle school with. Their faces now mature, their smiles too perfect, their bodies too posed in their bikinis. A prick of jealousy shot through her chest. What were they all doing with their lives? What were they up to? Why didn't she know about it? And why did her life seem so dull in comparison? Scrolling through TikTok, she saw videos of people doing the coolest things, traveling the world, trying new foods, living life to the fullest. She felt like she was wasting her life away, stuck in her little town with no one to call her own. She felt unseen, unimportant, and worst of all, alone. Just then, she got a notification from her crush. He was out with his friends from college, their laughter echoing through the group chat. The pictures they sent were silly, fun, adventurous. A warmth spread through her chest. She wanted to be part of that, to have someone to call her own, to experience life with. But all she had was her phone, the glowing screen, the only source of warmth in the cold abyss of her room. When the morning came, Amanda woke up feeling more tired than when she went to sleep. The same thoughts echoed in her head. Who was she? Why was she here? What was the point of it all? The words of a book she read months ago suddenly popped into her head. The question isn't how can I be more productive, but how can I stop being unproductive? This quote by Cal Newport, the author of Digital Minimalism, resonated with her like never before. She realized that she had been letting social media dictate her life, chasing the dopamine hit of likes and comments, constantly comparing herself to others, and losing herself in the process. She knew she needed to take control of her life back. She wanted to break free from the shackles of social media to reclaim her time, attention, and most importantly, herself. Inspired by Newport's teachings, Amanda decided to take a social media detox. She started small, setting aside just 1 hour a day for social media consumption. She spent the rest of her time pursuing her interests, reading books, learning new skills, and spending time with loved ones. At first, it was hard. She felt anxious and bored without her phone, but she pushed through. Slowly but surely, she started to feel better. As days turned into weeks, she noticed that her anxiety had lessened and her focus had improved. She started to enjoy her life more, savoring the present moment instead of constantly comparing herself to others. She began to value her time and attention, realizing that they were precious resources that needed to be protected. One evening, while scrolling through her newly detoxed Instagram feed, she came across a post that stopped her in her tracks. It was a picture of her crush from months ago, the one who always seemed to be having fun with his friends. But this time, it was different. In this picture, he looked sad, lonely, lost. It was a stark contrast to the vibrant, happy-go-lucky guy she had known. A wave of empathy washed over her. He wasn't as perfect as she had built him up to be in her mind. He wasn't always happy and carefree. He had struggles of his own. In that moment, she realized that no one's life was perfect. Everyone was going through their own battles, both visible and hidden. As time went on, Amanda continued to grow and change. She became more confident, more independent, and most importantly, more herself. She had broken free from the clutches of social media, and in doing so, had found herself. She was no longer the insecure, anxious girl who had woken up at 1 a.m. to compare herself to others. She was Amanda, uniquely and wonderfully made, and she was enough. If you're here because you want to grow, heal, or just understand life a little better, you're in the right place. Subscribe for more. Like this video if it brought you value, and share it with a friend who might need the reminder.